Hello, everyone. This is Glena May Jesperson Wright, sharing my life story. I was born on December 17th, 1927, in Binghamton. That's Tucson, Arizona, to James Andrew Jesperson and Flora Mae Williams Jesperson. I was the eighth of 9 children, and our family had moved there after being run out of the Mormon colonies in Mexico by Pancho Villa and his crew. With only one boy in the family so far and everyone hoping for another, my siblings nicknamed me Sunny Boy until I was old enough to set them straight and say, "I'm a girl." My father was a farmer and carpenter, so I always saw myself as a farm girl at heart. At 8 years old, I was baptized into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in a deep water tank next to the church. It felt like jumping into a giant bathtub, but my mother's health wasn't great, so we soon moved to San Diego for the cooler weather. We settled on a farm in Mission Valley, where I spent my youth picking tomatoes, topping onions, raising chickens, and sometimes getting into rotten tomato fights with my younger brother Lynn. Those battles were messy, but fun, until one hit me right in the face. After school, I worked at a laundry where I learned the proper way to fold sheets and blankets. After graduating from Hoover High School, I got a job as a file clerk at North Island in a military office. It was quite a commute. I'd take the streetcar to the end of Broadway, then catch the ferry to the island. The men's language there was so rough and shocking. I just wasn't used to that at all, so I switched to a job in the hospital supply room. Later, I worked at Walker's department store, and as a waitress, but I got bored and decided to head to Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah. College turned out to be much harder than high school, but the bigger issue was the shortage of boys. All the eligible ones were being drafted into the military. Back in San Diego, I learned that my sister Thora and her husband had been asked to run the church's servicemen's home downtown. It was a big house where Navy, Army, and Marine servicemen stayed when off duty. One night after a fireside gathering, I was next to Eddie, though we hadn't been introduced, when a woman said, "Congratulations, Glena. I hear you're engaged." Eddie put his arm around me and chimed in, "Oh, yes, we are, but we haven't set a date yet." After she left, he said, "Well, if we're going to be married, I should at least get a date with you." That started our romance. I dated other boys and even got a few proposals, but Eddie pursued me until I caught him. We were married in the Manti, Utah temple in October 1948. Our reception was held at the servicemen's home. But when I stepped away for a drink, some of Eddie's friends kidnapped me, drove me downtown, and left me at Horton's Plaza. It took Eddie a while to find me, so we missed out on wedding photos. That was the first time I saw him truly angry. Looking back, it's pretty funny. For our honeymoon, Eddie, known as Ted back home, took me deer hunting. How romantic! But I didn't mind as long as I was with him. Our first child, Scott, arrived in October 1950, followed just 15 months later by Greg. Then came Kelly, Janelle, and Tim. Over the next 20-plus years, I served in many leadership roles and other callings. Our home was always a gathering spot. Nieces, nephews, Indian placement students, and other young people in need stayed with us. As the kids grew up, they served in callings and missions around the world: San Diego, Pennsylvania, Mexico, Oklahoma, South Korea, Virginia, Provo, and Orem. Then Eddie and I were called to serve in the Frankfurt, Germany mission in 1989 for 18 months. When we returned, we moved to Utah, and the family followed. I'm also survived by 24 grandchildren and 39 great-grandchildren. What a lively bunch. I tried to spend my life serving God, my family, friends, neighbors, and anyone in need. I hope my family always remembers my testimony that Jesus is the Christ and families can be together in God's wonderful plan. What a wonderful, laughter-filled adventure it's been.